In the context of our Sports and Technical Framework report, we have decided to analyze VV Mamio's training sessions. VV Mamio is an amateur football organization created in 1971. They are currently counting 6 teams playing in 6 different divisions according to their playing level. The first team being composed of the selection of the best players in the club. Furthermore, we chose to select the 4th team and the 5th team to create valuable observations for a report. ENZO was in charge of 2 observations regarding Mamio 4, and EM observed Mamio 5 for a total of 4 observations. We focused on implementing 5 main motor learning skills: flawless learning, manipulation, external focus, differential learning, and the use of metaphors. We also based our research on the environment surrounding the training as well as the club in general. Our target audience at Mamio are young adults ranging from 18 to 28. This shows that they are still physically active. Some have had more training than others in the past, but currently they have all followed the same training for several months. The aim of the club is to attract many international people who have recently moved to Groningen for their education by giving them an opportunity to form new friendships, train, and play the sport that they have passion for. And secondly, they would like to get good results. On a more theoretical aspect, we will use 5 motor learning skills theories to analyze the workouts. We will firstly talk about flawless learning. These are exercises that can be implemented easily with little explanation. This gives the possibility to the players to understand the basics. Then we will dive into the use of metaphors, the differential training, which is trying to achieve the best possible performances but also take into account how fun the exercises are and how much fun the players are having during those exercises. Then we will dive into the implicit motor learning, which is achieving a goal by different means, and finally, the manipulation factor, which is making the players believe that they are doing something by wanting to achieve another end goal that they are not conscious about. The 2 observations I have made during the training for Mamio 4 have led me to think that the team has a very safe environment and above average motor learning skills. Most of the theories can be applied when analyzing the training. Their strategy in terms of getting results is pretty clear and is implemented with success. In terms of complementing, checking, and correcting, they also do a good job of it, and this helps keep the positivity around the club.
On the other hand, the observations from the Mamio 5 training sessions have given me these results. The environment is safe and positive. Even though the level of play is not amazing, they still have a great atmosphere during the training. They always try to help each other and seem from the outside as a group of friends having fun. Hence why differential training is often implemented by the coach. The motor learning skills are average, even though their strategy and policies seem logical, taking in consideration the context which is explained in the report. Finally, the 3 C's, checking, correcting, and especially complementing, are the strong point of the team.
Our grading system is based on color as seen in the graph. If we take, for example, the motor skills, red means that they have not implemented any of the theories we have previously talked about. Orange means that some of the theories have been implemented, but maybe not voluntarily. The yellow, in this case, means that the motor learning skills are implemented but not sufficiently and maybe not optimally. And finally, the green means that the motor learning skills are taught every training and with great performance outcomes. We then proceeded to make a SWOT analysis to show the strengths and weaknesses as well as showing what they could improve. The main strength of VV Mamio is the diversity in the team. The main weakness is the lack of equipment, as the club loses footballs every day and do not have the finances to buy new ones every time. Another aspect we have taken in consideration is the constant change of players, as their stay in the club often depends on their studies. Players become liabilities. They may stay in between 3 to 5 years, 3 for bachelor students and 5 for master students. And this is the standard time a player stays at the club. Nevertheless, VV Mamio is a club filled with endless opportunity, as people will keep coming to Groningen to study. Vivi Mamio will always have international students playing for them and try to constantly improve their results and their standings in the league. Lastly, we focus on the threats. The main threats are that the club decides to change its prices or the way students have to pay, as it is one of the main reasons students choose this team. Another big threat is that students who promise to pay do not pay in time, creating financial problems for the club. A lot of players I have talked to personally have not paid any installments and are still out to play to fill in for the lack of players in certain teams, resulting in the weakness we have talked about. This could be improved in the future. To conclude, we have decided to compare the results we have gathered from the two teams. Similarities can be seen in terms of policy and strategy, as the culture around the club is very positive and it reflects on both teams. Concerning the motor skills, Mamio 5 has used less theory-based training, reflecting in the results in the games. Mamio 5 did not use any metaphors to help the players understand the exercises. And lastly, they did not use implicit learning, but mostly focused on manipulation. Mamio 5 seems to have a very basic knowledge of certain principles, and flawless training is what comes up the most regarding this team. As Mamio 4 plays at a higher level, the coach has the opportunity to try different methods. Almost all the motor learning skills were found in the two trainings ENZO analyzed. We can assertively conclude that there is a major difference between two teams at the same club in terms of results, and that is partly due to the correct use of motor learning skills. We both thank you for listening and hope that the analysis we have made during this report will help us with the lesson plan we have created for you today. Now, let's start the workout.